welcome to Dottie Hawkins Gym here in Pekin, Illinois, on the campus of Pekin Community High School for tonight's Mid-Illini Conference matchup between the Pekin Dragons and your Metamora Redbirds. Good evening and welcome into Redbird Replay from MTCO. This is Colton Kaler alongside Scott Kirker. Another Mid-Illini Conference matchup here tonight. Redbirds are coming off a weekend series at home, wins over Limestone and Dunlap, and they face their first true tough road test here tonight at Pekin in a gym that they typically do not play very well in.
No, Metamora's come over a few times where we've been pretty darn good and played against probably a Pekin team that we figured we should beat handily, and we've come away with a loss. There was a couple years ago, right before Christmas, and I think it was Nate Cannell's junior year, and we just got waxed.
It's a tough gym to play, obviously, with the deep backgrounds, as we've talked before, and typically it's pretty loud in here, and it's for whatever reason, it's just a gym that Metamora does not play well in. But again, another chance tonight to break that spell. I believe we only played one game against Pekin last year. I can't quite remember, but we're going to step aside here for the national anthem and the starting lineups. Well, we're here with head coach Danny Greaves. Coach, you've had a few days off, another Mid-Illini Conference matchup, and we talked on Saturday. It's never easy to play over here at Pekin.
You know what? In 11 years, it's always been a challenge, no matter how good my teams have been. So we're looking forward to a challenge tonight.
You got Ethan Kaiser back. It looks like we're at a full, healthy roster for about the first time since truly our first game when we played that first two quarters against Springfield Lanphier.
He's going to warm up, but he's not playing. He's not ready.
Okay, so no Ethan Kaiser here tonight.
No.
But it is a little bit of a different matchup. Jeremy Crouch, first year as the head coach here, doesn't quite have the coaching resume, but he's got a very good playing resume. How much have you gotten to know Coach Crouch since he took over here?
Well, I've known him more since before he took over, and he does a great job. Obviously, you know, this is one of the best game, or one of the toughest games to prepare for with their new offensive sets. You know, he's got like 8 of them, and so he's doing a good job coaching, and it's going to be a good matchup tonight.
They've struggled a little bit here to start the season. Is there something that you're really looking for that you like in this matchup here tonight for your team?
We're going to have to pressure the ball, take them out of what they do. Don't let them catch, don't let them dribble, don't let them shoot, don't let them go where they want to go.
Well, Coach will let you go. Good luck, and we'll see you after the game.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, Colton, a pretty nice rendition of the national anthem there.
Yes, very good.
Good to see Ethan Kaiser back on the team.
Will not be playing, but he is dressed tonight, just going through warm-ups and getting back into the flow of things. But when I talked with Coach, he mentioned that he will not be playing, so almost fully healthy.
Yeah.
Almost there.
Now let's keep the starting lineups for both teams. First, for Metamora Redbirds, a 6'3" senior, Max Schwarber. A 6'2" junior, 52, Swanson. A 6'2" junior, 24,
Kyle Scott, starters for the Redbirds, Zach Schroeder, Tyson Swanson, Drew Tucker, Tyler Mason, Jake Nealon. Same starting lineup that we've pretty well seen throughout the last few games here.
Yeah, it's the,
He's tossed Luke DeFranz in and out a little bit, but tonight he goes with the sophomore. For Pekin, you've got Juergens, Matthew Juergens, Chance McLeod. Right there jumping it off, the ball will go to Metamora. Chance McLeod, a player that we really didn't see a whole lot last year, but you see him quite often during the football season.
Yeah, he was a good football player.
It's going to be a kick here. The Pekin faithful coming out and loud tonight, students-wise. Good to see that. Can you imagine if this gym was
I've been here
week after week?
I've been here when it was pretty crowded.
Redbirds working it in, facing a zone here from Pekin. Again, Redbirds gonna have to attack the middle and work in from there, work towards the baseline, work towards that short corner, and they're gonna get the travel.
Ooh, boy. Yep.
Just one too many.
What?
I can't think of his last name, the TJ, the referee there, making his appearance known. McLeod up, shot blocked. Rebound Schroeder.
Was that Tyson?
Yes.
Swanson with the reject.
You know, typically I don't keep track of blocks, but Tyson might make me. Good cross-court pass there. Working on the short corner, little 16-foot jump shot. That's airballed there from Schroeder.
That's still a pretty decent shot. You're going to have to hit those to break this zone up a little bit.
Redbirds have faced a lot of zone this year from what I've seen early. Besides, obviously, over in Washington, you're not going to see a whole lot of zone over there.
No, you're not. Maybe from us.
Yes.
Still no score.
Matthew Juergens, he's going to be a player to watch for Pekin. I remember watching him in grade school, reffing some of those games, and that's a 5-second
call. Good job by Drew Tucker.
Juergens is he's a lethal scorer, and he took advantage of that early on in when I was watching him in grade school. But even last year, he was quite the scorer. So watch for him. A good drive there from Mason. A fine Schroeder who didn't really entertain that one too much. Got a cut there. And a drive from Swanson. Almost throws it out. Man, it amazes me how easily Metamora can get up to save a lot of passes I've seen this year.
They're very long, and we have some pretty good jumpers on the team, and the fact that they just have long arms.
I will say I'm a little bit jealous. You know, I never quite had the hops.
Schroeder goes to the line for
free throw.
Gets the first one to crawl in. First points of the game.
Got a little Teletubby outfit there. Oh. I like the creativity there from the student section. I like it right behind the basket, too. This gym allows for that. Three there from Juergens. No. McLeod got away with a little bit of a push-off, but they're going to throw that one away.
Yep. And then he didn't even go get the ball.
As mentioned before, first-year head coach Jeremy Crouch taking over at his alma mater. He was quite the player in high school and turned out to be quite the college basketball player, too.
He was a good player at Bradley.
Yeah, just holds the all-time three-point record. No big deal. I remember I was there the night that he broke it. That was a turnover there by Metamora. Jeremy Crouch was one of my favorite players as a young basketball fan for Bradley. Tyler can get ahead of him. Great job. And another
That'd be a
turnover.
Metamora ball.
That's the third Pekin turnover already. Metamora's with 2, so not a whole lot of scoring here with 5:09 left to play in the first quarter. Metamora leads 1-0. 5 total turnovers between the two teams. Tough layup there from Drew Tucker. He got it to go. 3-0 Metamora. Probably could have gotten an and one there.
Possibly, but it was just a good drive to the bucket. And
Coach Grease
nice
says
strong move.
They're going to have to apply pressure defensively. Pekin's struggled so far here to start the season. Getting close to their Pekin holiday tournament time. They'll have a special announcement for that tomorrow. I believe all of the coverage will be on ESPN. So there's a bucket there from Chance McLeod to get Pekin on the board. 3-2 Redbirds lead. 4:22 left to play. A big moment there for ESPN to have all the coverage here, the Pekin Insurance Holiday Tournament. A tournament with a lot of notoriety.
It's been around a long time. Oh, that's too long a pass.
Too long of a pass that was not open. Pekin the other way, and they're going to set up the offense here. Once again, Metamora with no Ethan Kaiser, I believe. I don't see Coach Dame back as well.
Nope. But it's good to see Kaiser at least on the bench.
Yes.
Nice hedge, nice hedge.
Jake's got to come back over there. Didn't quite come back to help, and that allows Owen Sumner the basket. Pekin takes the lead 4-3, and we're getting our first sub of the game at the next dead ball. Kaiser Quick from Metamora will check in. Oftentimes, Metamora just seems they come over here and they're just shell-shocked. Was that a 5-second call?
I think so.
That was awfully quick, I thought. You know, at times you can just look at a team and they just seemed a little dazed and just, it's just not there. It's always tough coming over here.
I'm telling you, this is the worst gym to play in. It's a huge advantage for Pekin. But you know what? You got to play through. And, you know, you only have to be over here one time, but.
Gotta salvage exactly what you can here year after year. I don't have a record on Pekin, but I do know in the conference they lost to Morton and they've lost to Dunlap.
But I think they
beat
and they lost to Canton. They beat Canton by 1.
They beat Canton by 2.
By 2?
On Saturday night. And I can't remember what their other game was. I believe it was
they lost to Morton. They lost to Morton on Friday night.
Right. Well, then I can't remember who would their other game be, but not quite the start that they were probably hoping for. But looking at the roster, 2 things that stick out to me. One, it's the first time I haven't seen a cash on a Pekin roster in about what seems 15 years.
But they got one on the sophomore team.
Oh, there is. So there's one more coming. And there hasn't been a tap horn in a long while here at Pekin.
No.
The last one graduated last year. Was it Nathan? He's playing at Wisconsin now, I know. He's walked on at Wisconsin. Good help defense there.
Yeah, that was real good help.
So out of the timeout, Kaiser Quick checks in for Jake Nealon, the only replacement for Metamora. Chance McLeod came out of the game for Pekin. Over the top pass, no good.
That's good defense, though, by Metamora. They really messed that.
Yes.
They walled up well.
And great job by Delaire to get over the top and to get that seal. Probably, I was expecting to see a foul call there on Kaiser Quick on the hold. There's Schroeder. He just got bodied out of bounds. Trying to go around the big body of Delaire, and he turns it over. That's the 5th Metamora turnover already, and that's going to get Luke DeFranz up into the game for Metamora.
He traveled. Ooh, what are they calling there?
He's calling a double foul on Kaiser Quick and on Dallaire, Colin Dallaire.
Ooh.
Not often do you see a double foul called.
Yeah, away from the basket.
And especially away from the away from the basket and away from the play. They're gonna go inside. Juergens up off the glass, good.
Gives them a 6-3 lead.
1:53 left to play. And we're gonna find a way to get a good look here. A lot of turnovers here early besides the basket from Tucker. They're gonna find Mason wide open. That's about as good of a look as you're gonna get. He can't connect. Rushed it just a little bit, in my opinion.
Need a stop here.
Oh, great job there by Quick to poke it from behind, but Redbirds aren't able to take control of it. And it's going the other way.
Good job by Kaiser Quick.
Two great plays in one possession there from Quick. He's able to draw the offensive foul. You can see something starting to build there a little bit, Kirker, for the Redbirds defensively.
Yeah.
6-3, Pekin lead, 1:13 left to play here in the first. Redbirds have been very quiet, looking for an answer offensively. The right guy there, good kick. Three, can't go, but the rebound goes to Swanson. He's gonna drive and he got it.
That's
Tyson
a good
Swanson.
That was a good job by Mason to keep that ball alive and get the ball to Tyson.
Mason's not going to get credit there for the rebound, but he did everything he could to make sure Metamora got it. And the free throw is up and good, so it ties the game at 6. Under 50 seconds left to play. Oh, almost traveled and almost threw it away. Chance McLeod back into the game for Pekin. Will Pekin hold for one? Yes, they will. The signal from the bench. They're going to try and crab dribble their way into the time that they like, so they're going to have the ball in the final shot. Juergens drives, and the charge going the other way. Is that Kaiser Quick again? Yes, it is. Matthew Juergens picks up his second, so he'll probably sit for most of the rest of the first half.
And that gives us plenty of time to get down and get a good shot off.
8 seconds here. They're going to roll it. And Tucker's going to pick it up. See what we can roll with the dice here. A drive, kick, Kaiser Quick. He got fouled, in my opinion. No dice for the Redbirds.
Ooh.
But at the end of one, it's all tied up 6-6.
Take this time to thank our sponsors. Zobrist Insurance, Snyder Village, MVP Mobile DJ Services, Michael's Italian Feast, Metamora McDonald's, Mason Funeral Home, Logoware, Goodfield State Bank, Germantown Grill, Kevin Kyle at Edward Jones, Commerce Bank, Black and Brown Attorneys, Angie Powers with Keller Williams Premier Realty.
Well, not the ideal of starts, but you're not trailing, so that's a good positive there. Metamora, I believe, inside the 3A rankings from Chicago this week, they fell around about 15, I think, somewhere in there. So they're one of the few teams that have a 4-3 record, and they're ranked inside the top 25. So
somebody's been paying attention to the
strength of schedule.
Strength of schedule for sure.
Anytime you play in a tournament like the Washington Tournament of Champions. That's off to a good start. We saw news today about the shot clock possibly coming to Illinois this next year. 19% of the respondees supported the shot clock, 47% supported using it as an experiment, and 54% supported the board developing a timeline to implement the shot clock in the future. So if you're in favor of it, it looks like it could be experimented upon next year here in Illinois.
Ooh,
Great
good job
defense
by
there from
Tyson.
Kaiser Quick is one charge away from picking up a steak dinner, Kirker, and he did
Oh,
it. He
yeah.
picked
In the
up
first
two
half.
of them. Picked up two of them in the first quarter.
Yeah.
If he gets three, I wonder have to see if there's ever been one where they had it done in the first half. Yeah, you're gonna have to get some help there. Chance McLeod shot up and it finds its way in.
Pretty good defense there, though.
Yep. Redbirds are gonna have to find a way to help a little bit on that one because we really don't have anybody to match up with that.
No.
A drive, and that's going the other way. Just not able to take care of the ball right now.
Had a nice drive to the bucket.
Yeah,
Just kicked it right to the student section.
Yep. 1 minute in here in the second quarter. Pekin leads 8-6. Metamora defensively has played pretty well here tonight. They've forced 4 turnovers of their own. Right now, they're going to have to find a way to. Oh, great defense there from Mason.
Oh, that's really nice.
He's going the other way. That's a block.
Yes.
No.
Oh, no.
That's not even
Oh, that's
close.
not even close.
That is not even close. Tyler Mason picks up the charge. That's not even close, Scott. He wasn't set. He's moving to his side. And then Drew Tucker picks up that foul. I would not be surprised to see a technical here tonight.
Schroeder back up off the Redbird bench. He'll come in next dead ball.
Going over the top.
The guy, all that he wants to do is call fouls. The guy underneath the basket doesn't call it.
No.
He's just a terrible official.
I wish I could remember his last name for the life of me, but I can't.
Ball doesn't lie. Gets the second one, 9-6, Pekin lead.
Gonna have to fight through it. Not an ideal situation here tonight for the Redbirds. Yeah, if you're gonna call it tight, gotta call it tight. That's on Grant Worrell, his first. So Redbirds are shooting free throws here for the rest of the half. Washington, their coach is scouting here tonight.
Good job by Schroeder.
Yeah. Cunningham is the officials, TJ Cunningham. Good move there from Schroeder.
That's a really nice move.
A left hook.
The Redbird ball again.
Another turnover. Redbirds have got to turn up the pressure a little bit here. There's one thing Coach Greaves wanted to do. That starts right here. Wouldn't be surprised to see maybe Metamora switch to a zone of their own. And a jump ball.
Stay Redbird ball.
That's one right there where Zach's got to, if he turns and looks, that cross-court pass was wide open,
Yeah.
could have picked up a shot. Unfortunately, tried putting it on the ground. He can't throw it at his knees.
Devin Dunn up off the Redbird bench. He'll come in. He'll replace Tyler Mason.
Oh, he had it. Just had no one to throw it to, unfortunately. Great job by DeFranz to just create havoc in there.
Oh,
Up, throws it in. Dane Lohman makes it 11-8 with 5 minutes left to play here. Devin Dunn checks in as well for the Redbirds. Offensively, need a good look. Zach Schroeder with a 3 to tie. No. Not a terrible look, just short.
yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
That's a
he
travel.
traveled. Sub for Pekin, Bo Benassi.
Jake Nealon and Tucker will come back into the Redbird lineup. They'll replace Kaiser Quick. Nice job by him. And looks like Tyson Swanson. Look for Dunn to have a big quarter here. What's left of it.
4:17 left to play. Redbirds have got to be able to handle the pressure. Not doing so well here early. Needs someone to take control of the court. They're going to find Tucker open 3 in the corner. Can't get it. It's going to stay.
Redbird
Metamora
ball.
We're
That'll
gonna
be
get
a mass timeout.
Man, if Metamora needed an Ethan Kaiser, it'd be about right now. He would be a big difference maker in this game here early.
But you got to play through. He's probably about a week away from playing, so. You know, I don't think Metamora's taken any bad shots. They've had some good looks. They just haven't been able to connect, and
Nope.
that's the advantage here.
The name of the game here. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's only 11-8, and you're halfway through the second quarter. Now that's what Pekin wants. They want to play some ugly basketball, and over the years they've gotten pretty good at that.
Yes. I could pull up their start. I think the last I checked, they didn't have everything inputted.
I think they've got 2 wins.
I don't see anything results-wise, but I believe they're right about there at that 2 or 3 win mark. Drive there from Tucker. Can't get the shot to go. Jake Nealon. They get a timeout. Oh.
Tyson Swanson will come back into the Redbird lineup. We're just not very crisp right now.
Just not being strong with the ball. We're just, well, they honestly, they look a little bit like Illinois when they face pressure. They don't know what to do.
And normally that's one of our fortes. We're pretty good with the basketball. So Metamora comes out with Swanson, Tucker, Nealon, Schroeder, and DeFrance. A lot of time here in this first half, though.
Oh, yeah. Lots of basketball to play, only down 3. Force a couple turnovers yourself. Pekin's getting away with a lot of he traveled, yep. That might be his 3rd travel tonight. Both, oh, no, Pekin has surpassed, so 8 turnovers for Pekin, 7 turnovers for Metamora. Do the quick math, I believe that's 15 turnovers. Not a mathematician myself. Gonna get a 3 there from Swanson, or 2, excuse me. He can't get it to go.
We can just get some baskets to fall. We're playing great defense.
You're holding your own on the defensive end. But again, that's what we've seen so far, and another Pekin turnover. That's 9. Metamora's doing a great job early on in the season of playing really good, hard defense. They just can't shoot the ball. And again, it's a long season. We're in the early weeks of December here.
We're a quarter of the way through the season, though.
It's true. But I guarantee you, come February, when it's getting close to regional time, Metamora will be shooting the ball just
Oh,
fine.
yeah.
Schroeder takes a shot,
There you
but
go.
he's got it. Good
That's
layup there for Schroeder. 11-10, 2:24 left to play here in the half.
Got to get another stop.
Let's go to work here defensively. Coach Greaves trying to encourage his team. That's an illegal right there.
Oh, nice job
turnover.
that's a great job by
Jake,
Nealon.
Jake Nealon poked it from behind just a little bit.
Oh, come on, Tyson.
I'm gonna be honest, I thought he got hooked a little bit going in. I don't think he quite had a plan though on what he was doing there, and I think that's what Coach Greaves is a little frustrated about. See if Metamora can force yet another turnover. Nope. It's a basket there for Worrell. (13-10). 1:04 left to play here in the half, so Redbirds have got a fighting chance. Will they hold for 1? DeFrance deep 3, long, no.
Nice job by Nealon.
You know, I don't necessarily hate that shot. He's a guy that you trust to have that shot. And when you're not shooting it well like this, you got to take some chances.
And we definitely will hold for 1 shot now.
I think Pekin's going to go man now, possibly. No.
10 seconds.
In the zone. They're going to get a foul. That's going to send Metamora to the free throw line. So that's going to send Drew Tucker to the line, shooting 1 and 1. Got to connect on your free throws here.
Dunn and Solomon Suarez up off the Redbird bench.
free throw up and good. Now this is the stuff that they practice for right here. Shooting free throws in an environment like this. Second one up and good. 13-12. 8 seconds left. A shot at the buzzer.
Oh, jeez.
Just an absolute gut-checking shot right there. And there's nothing you can do about that right there. I mean, you played about as good of defense as you could, and it just was not enough. A prayer, and he got it. So at the half, Pekin leads 16-12.
Yeah.
We'll step aside, come back with our halftime stats and the second half. Welcome back to Dottie Hawkins Gym. We're here at halftime of the Pekin Metamora game. Metamora trails 16-12 into the halftime locker room. Kirker, not a great stat to say, but I believe every game we've lost this year, we've trailed at halftime.
I think, well, we were up against Lamphere. We were also up against, weren't we up against John Bosco too?
No, we were trailing by 2 at the half.
Okay.
But the point's still there. Redbirds have got to come out offensively, and they've got to change things. You know, there wasn't a whole lot of continuity there. There wasn't a lot of flow, and I think it's much to do with Pekin's zone. And Metamora's got to find a way to figure that out. And then defensively, continue doing what you're doing. Besides, you know, the anomaly, the 3 there at the end, you know, it was pretty well a good first half, Metamora defensively.
Pekin will get the ball to start this second half.
Starting lineup for the Redbirds with Mason, Tucker, Nealon, Schroeder, and Swanson. They're gonna make a good effort to go into McLeod. Just throw it up and hope it goes in. I didn't see much of a foul there, did you?
No. But we can't let them get the ball that deep into the lane.
True. Foul is on Nealon. Free throw no good. So an 18-12 lead. Largest lead of the night for Pekin.
Got to get a bucket here. I mean, we only got 12 points from 2 quarters.
Yeah, 6 and 6, obviously. And just had the ball taken away right there. And Metamora takes it right back. We're going to get, no, I thought we were going to get a Mason 3, swinging around. Good drive by Tucker, lays it off.
Nice
Schroeder,
job, nice.
Great job there by Tucker. Could have gone to the corner to Tyson, he was open, but keeps it inside. Redbirds get the bucket. Now trail 18-14. That's just too easy right there. Luckily, they got a miss there from Sumner. I mean, there was no help side defense there at all. And Metamora goes down, and they're going to keep possession. But there wasn't a whole lot there for Schroeder.
No.
You got to be a little smarter with that one and pull that out, set up the offense. Especially because there wasn't a whole lot of, there was no jump balls. There may have been one.
Yeah, that's how the ball, we would have normally had the ball to start the second half, but there was a tie-up with Schroeder in the middle.
3 from Tucker, no, but he gets his own board. Schroeder up, no, and that's gonna stay, no. That was one that I thought probably could have gone to Metamora there. Lohman comes off the court a little shook up. Took a shot to the face. And here's Juergens the other way quickly. There's McLeod. Shot no good, rebound Swanson.
A couple of point-blank baskets that they've just flat out missed.
Step through. They're not catching in good shooting position.
No.
Up and
good.
Tyson Swanson, his first basket of the half. He'll have a chance to make it a three-point play.
Couple that they were throwing up early. We get one to finally kind of just throw it up to the rim, and it went in.
That foul's on Sullivan. No, excuse me. That foul is on Whirl.
And he completes a three-point play, makes it 18-17.
5:50 left to play. Jake Nealon's going to set up and take the
Charge!
charge. That's the third foul on Juergens, so he will probably head back to the bench with that one.
Now that's 3 charges that our guys have picked up from that position.
Yes.
2 from Kaiser Quick and 1 from Jake Nealon.
You know, I thought Nealon turned his shoulder a little bit, and I wasn't quite sure, but he took enough. They're going to trap in the corner. Set a screen. Great job by Swanson to fight through it there.
Need a bucket.
Redbirds attacking the zone a little differently here in the second half.
Nice job by Mason.
Floater there for Mason is short. Another good look, just short. That's been the story of the night for the Redbirds. 18-17, 5:10 to play. Metamora got to look to get another stop. They've pretty well been able to get stops when they needed to tonight. Drive, shot up and good. Extends the lead back to 3. Tucker cannot get beat that easily. That's twice here in the last 3 possessions. Tucker just inside the 3-point line, no long. Rebound is going to stay here. Ooh. Okay, we'll take it.
Yeah, I thought that was out on Nealon.
Yep. Unless it rolled off the arm when Nealon.
But you know what? Schroeder and Tucker, neither one of them went after that ball, and they were right there. So maybe they thought that, maybe they saw that.
Three here from Mason, need it, can't get it. Rebound to Tucker though. Great job to keep it alive. He's gonna drive and kick. They're finally gonna get it.
Kaiser Quick
That's
off the Redbird
third
bench.
Foul on Whirl.
And he'll come in for Jake Nealon. Good job by Nealon.
See if Kaiser can pick up that third charge. And we're gonna get a Schroeder 3 to tie it.
Good!
And Zach Schroeder ties the game at 20. See if Metamora, they're gonna pick up full court here.
Ooh, those long arms of Schroeder almost got to that.
Oh, he used the hook. I've seen that quite a few times by Pekin tonight. They're using that arm to wrap around. They're not getting called for it. That's too easy of a basket there, but it's missed. Rebound to Swanson. That's his 4th.
It's a big rebound by Swanson. Metamora has a chance to take the lead.
Schroeder up and under, but he's fouled. And if that's on Whirl, that's his 4th. So they're getting 30. That's Delaire, but that's his 3rd. So Pekin's got quite a few people in foul trouble, and we're going to take a mask timeout. So at the media timeout 2020 all, Kirkert's going to be another
barn burner
here tonight. Back and forth, but this one's pretty well been all Pekin.
It's been back and forth, but it was all Pekin. But this third quarter, Metamora's kind of picked it up a little bit. We're on a 8-4 run.
Yes. Chance McLeod's going to check back into the game for the Dragons. Thankfully for Metamora, no one's really in foul trouble.
And that is a good thing because, you know,
you need it when you're short guys, especially key players. You need everything you got.
And you know, I'm not even so sure that Zach Schroeder is back at 100%.
Yes, and I agree as well. And it's not easy, especially trying to play through an injury and maybe not being fully 100%. That's possibly why they're trying to keep Ethan out until he is.
Well, I think he's got to get back into shape and then work some of that rust off.
Yes.
So, and you've got some games coming up this weekend at Morton, and then at Eureka College against an undefeated El Paso Gridley team.
And if Kaiser is practicing a little bit, going through warm-ups, he can possibly get some of that rust away there.
Well, I think he'll get some of his stamina back, but rust, that comes in game situations.
So Schroeder at the line to shoot two. First one up and good.
And gives the Redbirds a 1-point lead. What's our largest lead, 3?
I believe it was 2.
Well, we've tied it.
I think we briefly led 6-4. That's
5 seconds. Great job by the Redbirds.
Yep. Great job by the Redbirds. Pekin has struggled inbounding ball all night, and it's been close, and Metamora gets one to go their way. The 13th Pekin turnover. Short corner. Ooh, thought we were going to get a Swanson 3.
Yeah, I think it's Pekin ball.
Yeah, Tyson was fouled there. I don't know how to tell you that right now. And Coach Greaves is letting the officials hear about it. He was bumped good. Short jumper there. No good. Rebound Kaiser quick. Big rebound there for the senior.
Nice move, though, by Quick.
Mm-hmm. Tucker thought about it. He drives, kicks. Pekin's done a great job. Normally, Metamora gets some open looks from this, and there haven't been that many. And a Schroeder 3 off the mark. There's DeFranz. Oh, tried to throw it off of him, and he's not going to be able to get there. Quick was trying to save it. Good hustle there from Luke DeFranz to get over there. Almost was able to save it from Metamora. They're going to throw it. Oh, that's a charge.
That's a charge,
going
yeah.
the other way. Kaiser Quick, that's his third, and he just got himself a steak dinner.
That was a really heads-up play there by Quick.
That fouls on 24, Dane Lohman. A great job by Quick picking up the charge at half court. Good screen action there. Ooh, good move there from Swanson. Oh, no foul. I mean, absolutely hacked. You can see the arm coming down, and there was no call. Coach Greaves wondering why. And so am I, to be honest.
Wow.
And more defensively, applying some pressure. Ooh. Tyson was almost able to get that one there. Great job by Kaiser to front Oh, and they're going to get a foul on Drew. Ooh.
Yeah.
Trying to fight around that screen. Great defensive possession there for Metamora, making Pekin work. You know, they picked up the foul. Devin Dunn and Tyler Mason return.
For Tucker and Schroeder.
Oh, turnover there. Kaiser quick. Beautiful. Man, he hasn't scored tonight, but he has done everything on the defensive end for Metamora. Turnovers, rebounds, charges, doing the dirty work.
He can work for one last shot here.
Metamora leads 22-20, and it's going to stay here. 22-20 Redbird lead, 45 seconds left to play.
That was not really a good entry pass down to Luke DeFrance. He's one of the smaller guys on the floor, and you know, he gets it into the paint. He's probably not going to be able to do a whole lot with it.
No need to force anything here.
No.
35 seconds. If they're not going to guard you, Luke, no need to go anywhere. Pekin in a little bit of a man. Nope. Really staying in his zone. Switching on everything. Cross-court pass. Luke DeFrance, pump fake three. No. Rebound Swanson at the buzzer. No. Tip. Up.
Yeah, it's good.
No, it's waved off. It's waved off. No. Oh, I thought the Redbirds had it. Oh, my.
22-20 Redbirds.
Did they get it?
I thought they did, but.
Yeah, I think so as well. They're not going to count it. Oh, man. Multiple looks.
So I believe it'll be Pekin ball again to start this fourth quarter, right?
Yes. You had tips there from Tucker and I believe from Schroeder at the end. Or maybe it was
Schroeder and Tucker were both out of the game.
Oh, were they?
Yeah.
Oh.
So Metamora will start the way they finished.
Metamora is able to grind out a win tonight. That would be big for them. Coming here in a gym that they normally struggle at. Without one of their best players. Great job by Devin Dunn to stay with him. And they're almost able to get there. Great hustle there from Mason.
Has Tyler Mason scored yet?
He has not. 0 for 3 on 3 shooting attempts. Yes, it's going the other way. Another one. But they're getting the hook. Oh, they're calling the charge. Yep, that's his 4th charge of the night and the 4th foul for Dallaire. It's the right call. I mean, they've been getting that hook all night. That puts Chance McLeod back in the game for Pekin. Ooh, tight window there. Mason 3, need it. Can't get it. Oh, Kirker, they've had looks all night that good, and it came that close. Sumner to tie, no, rebound. There's gonna be a jump ball. It's gonna go to Metamora.
That's good hustle. Good hustle on both sides. Tucker returns to the Redbird lineup and he'll replace Tyler Mason.
Metamora's got to find a way to score and extend this lead. You can't continue to let peek and hang around because they might come and get you.
Yeah. You only got a slim 2-point win or 2-point lead right now, so you need some points.
Devin Dunn gets a break. Great job by him, and they're going to get a foul. Yep.
And that'll send Drew Tucker to the line. We're in the bonus.
So Drew Tucker to the line to shoot 1 and 1. Free throw up and good.
Good. That's a big free throw.
Extends the lead to 3, 23-20. One of the lowest scoring games we've seen Metamora in a long while.
Oh, man.
Another one up and good. 2 big free throws there from Tucker. Extends the lead to 4, 6:50 left to play. When you think of low scoring games in Metamora's career, one that comes to mind is Chicago North Lawndale.
Yeah.
We all know what happened there. They're going to go deep into McLeod. Shot up and good. Lead back to 2. Timeout Pekin. You can't allow him to catch the ball that deep because it's a basket every time. And oftentimes tonight on the 4 buckets that he's scored, he's been pretty deep in the post.
Yeah. He's such a big body, though. He just pushes you down low and... .6:39 to go, and Redbirds clinging to that 2-point lead.
First timeout tonight by either team.
It'll be Redbirds' ball after the timeout. Yeah, I think you still got to get the ball to your 3-point shooters.
Yeah.
Because DeFrance is going to hit one of these.
But also, don't rely on the 3.
No. Get a good shot.
Well, take it into them because you're going to get more than likely fouled and go to the free throw line. So be aggressive and take the ball to the hole. Ooh, dangerous pass there. Jumper up and good. What a shot by Drew Tucker to extend this lead back to 4.
That's just a nice shot there.
Man,
Schroeder back up off the Redbird bench. He'll come in the next dead ball.
Felt like he was in the air for an eternity there, Scott.
It did. Nice hedge. Nice
Great
hedge.
hedge there from Swanson. A 3 on the way. Good. Tate Schaefer. Lead at 1. Metamora looking for an answer here. Short corner. Another jumper. Good. Drew Tucker.
I think he found that little crease in the zone.
Find the hot hand. Lead back to 3, 28-25, 4:54 play. Kirker, the heart's starting to race a little bit. It's almost pacing time, and we still have just under 5 minutes to play. If your guys are quick, I'm sagging off there. They're going into McLeod. That's not a bad foul.
Nope,
not a bad foul.
Nope, I take that. I'll take that.
It's only the 3rd foul by Metamora. And if you're going to need fouls late in game.
Schroeder will come back into the Redbird lineup. He'll replace.
We don't know yet. Metamora has 6 players out there. DeFrance. So Chance McLeod comes out. Ooh, almost
nice
a turnover
job
there for Pekin. Another 3. Can't find it.
Oh, grab it.
Can't get the rebound. I thought may have been undercut a little bit. Schaefer, another one. No. Another long rebound. And they're going to throw it away. But Schroeder is gonna not chase
that's
it
a
down.
good job.
Smart play.
Yes.
Metamora gets it all the way down to the corner there. What a job there from Schroeder and the Metamora defense. Wasn't the prettiest ways of getting the ball back, but man, Kirker, Metamora's not had a big three all night besides Schroeder in the third quarter. If we need one, it's going to be right here. But I'll also take a trip back to the free throw line.
Run some clock, get a good shot, still attack the basket though.
Yes. We're going to attack a little bit. Look for Mason to possibly hit a three, maybe Swanson. He's been quiet tonight. A drive.
And that should have been an and one.
Should have been an and one. Extends the lead to 5 though, 30-25, 3:30 to play.
Our largest lead, isn't it?
Yes.
That's a good call.
Yep.
That's a good call.
He was way too deep. Schroeder didn't like the call, but that's definitely the right call.
Yeah.
I thought he was still even sliding over a little bit. And we're going to get a mass timeout. So Dallaire will go to the line to shoot the possible
and one.
Man, it's never easy over here.
Nope. You just gotta, I don't care what kind of win you get here, a win is a win.
A win is a win, yeah. Especially short-handed, you know, it's, at some point you gotta move on from that, but it's really been the story of the season so far for the Redbirds.
Yeah, it really has been. We've only had, what, one game where we've had our full allotment of players?
Yeah, well, and that, and we had it for all of about 2 quarters.
It's true.
Because Schroeder went down there in the third, got cut, and didn't come back for quite some time, and then came back and then got rolled up on in the game. Played the John Bosco game, but he was definitely not 100%.
No, not at all.
And since then, the Redbirds have had numerous of players out and missing.
So Metamora comes out with Quick, Schroeder, Swanson, Tucker, and Mason. Pekin with the and one.
The free throw from Dallaire. No good. Rebound, Tucker.
Big rebound.
Big miss there from Pekin. Keeps the lead at 3. We're in a trap in the corner. Kaiser quick. Ooh. Metamora's going to take their first timeout. Probably a smart timeout there for Danny Greaves.
Yeah, I like that timeout also.
It's a 30, so a quick 30-second timeout. Metamora is able to pull out this win tonight, Kirker. It's going to be because of the defense.
Oh, without question.
Kaiser quick picked up 4 charges for the Redbirds.
We've picked up 5 tonight because Jake Nealon picked one up also.
Was it Nealon? Yep.
Now you got Luke DeFrance ready to check in. I guess he can't check in during a dead ball.
Well, you can. He just didn't get to the table in time, and he went to check in, and I think he went to Daryl and not the head scorer.
Oh, Daryl's going to berate him.
You know, it is amazing how many times kids have probably checked into a game, and they get to their senior year in high school, and it's still just, you can see a little bit of the confusion. Metamora trying to play a little bit of keep away here, and they throw it away. No,
that was tipped. It was tipped. Yep. And Luke DeFrance will come into the Redbird lineup, and he'll replace Zach Schroeder. Curious one there.
Yeah.
Just working his way back into shape maybe a little bit. Have him ready for the final minute or so.
Well, and another three-point shooter. You got to have as many bigs as you can. I mean, Kaiser Quick's having a heck of a game tonight, so you don't want to take him out. Great job by Kaiser. Yep, get the ball in the hands of Tucker. Oh, that is a flop and a half right there, but not a surprising call from the official tonight. That's just a terrible call.
Schroeder will come back in. He'll replace DeFrance.
They're going to go offense-defense between DeFrance and Schroeder. 1:48 left to play here in the final quarter. Redbird's going to need another big stop. Into McLeod, up and good. And a timeout Pekin.
It's a one-point ball game. Metamora with the lead and the ball. A little over a minute and a half to go. You just got to be strong with the basketball.
Yeah, yes, you just have to be strong. You know, can't allow an official to make a dumb call like that. So Pekin's going to come out with full court pressure. You know, you got to look to score. Try and get fouled. They're just going to try and dribble this one out. How many times do we see that go wrong from Metamora?
And we've got to get points on this trip down.
And he got it.
Well, that's a big bucket.
Wow, big
nice
bucket.
entry pass and great play by Tyson Swanson.
Yes, a great entry pass from Mason. Extends the lead back to 3. Tucker on Juergens. What will Pekin do? Well, if there's a push off there, if I've ever seen one. Backdoor McLeod. Oh, he had a block. No. Oh, they're going to get the foul on Mason. Okay. Oh, I thought they were calling that on Schroeder.
Schroeder have 3?
No. No, I didn't. If they were calling the foul on Schroeder, I was going to be like, where was the foul? Because there wasn't. He had it blocked, but McLeod at the line, first one up and good. They're going to send DeFrance back into the game.
He'll replace Kaiser.
Get our free throw shooters into the game. Second one up and no good. Rebound Swanson.
That's a big miss. Yep.
Get the hands in the ball of Tucker. Great decision. Get it across half court. Oh my God, he was absolutely hammered. Absolutely
No,
hammered.
he's going to say it's a wrong call.
No, they're saying they're getting the timeout first. They're getting the timeout first.
Yep.
Metamora.
Oh, that's a, wow.
TJ Cunningham is refusing to call a foul on Pekin tonight. This is my assumption that I've came up here.
"19 seconds to go. Redbirds with a 2-point lead.
Ooh, boy. You know you're always in for a good contest here, but man, it makes it stressful.
It certainly does. I'll tell you what, you got to be proud of these kids. You know, we're down, we're shorthanded, and we're coming out, and we're not playing well. And you come into one of the toughest places to play, and you're finding a way to give yourself a chance to win. Metamora took another timeout.
Yep. So they've burned 3.
We've got what, 2? No, 1 left.
Two left.
Two left. 2 left.
Both teams now with 2. Wasn't a whole lot there. I thought they were going to be able to get it in.
And we did get it in. We'd already called the timeout.
Right. A little bit of a risky pass there to Mason, but can't turn the ball over.
"19 seconds. It's all in your hands right now.
Yes. So do they realize that they have to foul? Oh, yep. They're getting a foul there on Juergens, so that'll send Schroeder to the line.
13.6 seconds to go. Schroeder will go to the line for a 1 and bonus. I'll get Kaiser back off the Redbird bench. Kaiser quick. Heck of a ball game. Could be player of the game and didn't score a point.
Yeah, could be player of the game and did not score a point. First one up and good.
That's
Schroeder.
a big one.
That's a big one. 33-30. Second one on the way, good as well.
Big bucket.
2 big free throws there from Schroeder. 13 seconds. Juergens quickly the other way. He dribbles it off the leg. Tucker, he's gonna dribble it out. Redbirds are gonna dribble this one out. We're gonna need a foul. 34-30, 2.6. Metamora is gonna pull it out.
Was that Kaiser that knocked the ball loose?
No, Juergens just dribbled it off of his own leg, off his teammate. That sends Tyler Mason to the line for 1 and bonus, so by no means is this really over, but it's great to have a 4-point lead.
With 2.6 seconds to go.
First one up, no good. McLeod, this one is over. Metamora, the big win, 34-30 on the road.
That's a big win. That's a big win for the Redbirds.
What a game we were treated here to tonight, Kirker. Down to the stretch, Metamora did not play great. But you come in, you get the job done in a business-like approach. What a game in Pekin. I mean, they played their hearts out.
They did. You got to give them a lot of credit. They played with a lot of heart.
Redbirds moved to 5-3 on the season, 4-0 in the Mid-Illini.
4-0 in the Mid-Illini.
And that'll do it. But we'll be back with the post-game stats and a talk with head coach Danny Greaves.
Welcome back to Pekin High School, Coach. Like you said, never a doubt.
I'll tell you what, every time we come over here, it's a heck of a game. Doesn't matter how good we are or how good they aren't. And, it was a classic one again tonight.
It was a battle from the get-go, 16-12 at halftime.
Yes.
It was just every bucket was contested, and you had to work your butt off just to get some points. And, down the stretch, though, you had some kids that, their will to win was pretty impressive.
You know what? And I told them we haven't played well in the last 2 games, and now it's 3. But their refusal to lose and to try to make plays right there at the end was really nice. I mean, like I told them tonight, we didn't play great, but I'll tell you what, the best team won.
Oh, yeah.
Every guy that came in, every guy on the bench, I mean, it was really fun to be around them and watch them come together as a team.
Yeah, I thought so too. And I thought, we were talking about this before we went on the air. This might be the first time we've ever had a player of the game not score a point.
Well, I'll tell you what, that was a major given what he gave us tonight.
Kaiser Quick.
Oh, man, Kaiser, I tell you. And he just brings energy.
Yeah.
And strength. And sometimes we don't have that.
You certainly had it tonight.
But I'll tell you what, between him and Jake inside, they banged, and I was very proud of both of them.
They picked up 5 charges. Kaiser with 4,
yes.
Jake Nealon with 1. Jake had 2 big rebounds. He
huge.
got us a couple second chance opportunities down here. Neither one scored a point, but they contributed some things that got you points.
We only had 3 guys score, which is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But we had 5 guys help stop every time down there.
Yes.
We didn't score much, but, when you think about giving up 30 points for a game, that's pretty good defense.
That's really good defense. And, how many times did you get the 5-second count? And you had,
at least 5. You talk about
crazy.
5 of those, and then you got at least 5 charges that I know of. I mean, take a look at the possessions that we took away from them. That's huge.
And the steals, I think you guys had, 7 steals, if not more.
But, the MO on Pekin is you got to really up the pressure. Pressure make the pipe break. And I'll tell you what, our kids did a good job of getting up in them and not fouling.
Coach, when you look at your team right now and you're missing Ethan Kaiser,
yep.
Everybody's had to ratchet up their game a little bit here and a little bit there.
And Zach is still not back.
And that was the other point I was going to make. He's not 100% yet. He's probably still in the 75, 80%. He's getting better.
Right.
You had glimpses of it tonight, but there are times you just look out there. You never would have taken him out with 2 minutes to go.
No.
But you had to tonight.
He was gassed.
Yeah.
He was gassed, man.
And, you're still finding.
His heart is bigger than his body. I mean, I ask, hey, all I want is all you got. He gives me all he's got every time.
Every single time, and down the stretch, you had him in at the end, and he came through with a big bucket.
That was huge.
And the other one that is impressing me is Tyler Swanson. Not so much with the points here the last couple of games, but some of the things that he's done on the floor for you.
And Tyson
Swanson.
Yes.
It's just been amazing. Big rebounds. You're finding ways to win, and until you get your team back, and you've only had them for 3 quarters of this year.
Yeah.
When you get those guys back with the depth you've created, and you can rely on some of these guys now.
How about this? We go 11 for 13 from the line. They go 2 for 6. It was incredible how we overcame our inability to score with offensive rebounds, with charges, with just being able to get steals and grit and just no give up, man. I couldn't be more proud of him.
Yeah, a gritty win like this sometimes can really jumpstart your team. And, you've got a rough week coming. You got Morton at the Potter Box.
Right.
And then you play
because it's not even a dome.
No, it's not. That's why we call it the Potter Box.
I love to say that. They hate me for it.
They'll get over it. But then you play a really good El Paso Gridley team that's undefeated.
Right, and they didn't lose last year, did they? Somebody just told me. I don't think they had a loss last year.
That I'm not sure of.
Either way, I do know this. I went and scouted them, got a little film on them. They're very efficient at what they do. You know, if we think we're going to walk in there and beat a small school, that's not going to happen.
Right, right. And, you know, at some point here in the near future, you know, I think you're going to be able to start using Ethan again.
Yes.
I think that's coming up pretty quick. But, you know, we talked about this. At first, you know, he's got to work his way back in just to be able to get on the floor.
He had his first workout tonight in a long time.
Yeah.
He went through warm-ups. That was his workout. That's all he could do tonight was that. So he's might be a week or two away. He might be 3 or 4 days away. You know what? He's got the okay to inch back in it. His mind's not going to tell him what he can do and can't do. It's just going to be his body. So between him and his parents and the doctor, we'll figure it out when he comes back, and it's safe. You know, anytime you've had what he has, you know, you've got to really ease your way back in.
Right. And, you know, boy, look what that's done, though, for your team. You're 5-3 now.
Look what it's done to me, though. I've aged about 5 years. I've lost half my hair, and what I do have left is gray.
Well, Coach, you know, you probably wouldn't trade it for anything, though, would you?
No. You know, I live a great life. You know, I'm sweating like a mule right now, but I'll tell you what, I'm smiling on the inside and the outside.
Yeah, you are.
You know, when you get a bunch of guys like that just refuse to lose and pull together, you know, it's everything you try to teach year-round, and it is nice to see them come together.
We've talked about this in the past of being mentally tough.
Yep.
And sometimes you wonder how mentally tough a team is. The last 3 games, this team has shown some mental toughness that maybe you didn't know you had.
MTCO. Well, I think I knew we had it. I'm not sure they knew they had it. And so that's the experience they got to go through in order to give them that confidence. But there's no doubt in my mind, I know they have it in them. Yeah. But sometimes you just got to let them work it out and pull it out in these kind of game situations. And the last 3 games have been like that.
Coach, we'll let you get going here. The bus is probably getting ready to leave. And,
yes, it is.
We don't have any room in our car. So we'll let you get going. But congratulations. We'll see you Friday night over in the Potter Box.
Fellas, can't thank you enough.
No problem, Coach. Thank you.
All righty.
That'll do it from Pekin. Redbirds win. We'll see you Friday night in Morton.